The more you take sugar, the more your craving increases. That is why when people start taking sugar, they just want sugar to be in everything they are eating. They just want everything to be sweet. Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Nurse's Lecture Room YouTube channel. My name is Mercy Mary, popularly known as the Nurse with a Difference, and I make learning easy and accessible for all my viewers. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you 13 things that happens to you when you stop taking sugar. Yes, I'm going to be sharing with you 13 things that happens to you when you stop taking sugar. And these things I'm going to be sharing with you are based on what I have studied and I have also personally experienced it. So after experiencing it, I decided to come out to share it with my subscribers so that they tend to gain and benefit from it. So the first one I have to share with you is that when you stop taking sugar, your cravings for sugar goes down. Yes, when you stop taking sugar, your cravings for sugar goes down. The more you take sugar, the more your craving increases. That is why when people start taking sugar, they just want sugar to be in everything they are eating. They just want everything to be sweet. Okay, so if you want your cravings for sugar to decrease, I would advise you to stay away from sugar for the first 3 days and see the impact. When you increase your sugar intake, there's a neurotransmitter and hormone known as dopamine, which is increased. And when there's an increase of dopamine, you are at risk of craving more sugar. All right, so that's the first point I have to share with you. The second I have to share with you is that when you stop taking sugar, there's less stiffness, less pain, and less inflammation. Yes, the more you take in sugar, the more it predisposes you to systemic inflammation. And when there's a systemic inflammation, that can lead to joint pain. That's why you see people complaining of joint pain, knee pain, elbow pain. So when you are taking more sugar, it puts you at risk of developing this inflammation that predisposes you to all this pain. So if you're having joint pain, you're having elbow pain, you're having knee pain, you're having knuckles pain, or all the pain you can think about, and you know you are consuming a lot of sugar, I would advise you stay away from sugar and see the impact it's going to have on you. According to a particular survey that was done, we have a lot of some people developed a rheumatoid arthritis. And when they took the survey further, they found out that these people, they had a lot of dessert and a lot of soda in their food that they normally eat. You can say the more sugar you have, the more sugar intake, the more you put yourself at risk of going down with inflammation, pain, and swelling. So the less sugar you have, the lesser pain, the lesser inflammation, and the lesser swelling. So now that takes me to the third point. The third one I have to share with you is that you're going to experience this improvement in your eyes, in your brain, in your kidney, and in your heart. Your organs are going to be improved generally when you stop taking sugar. For example, let me take a look. The first one, which is the eye, you're going to experience improvement in the eyes. You know, people that have diabetes, you notice that they are at risk of going blind. So that should give you a clue that there's a relationship between sight and sugar. Okay? And also for the brain, when you take less sugar, you are taking the good nutritious diet. That's going to improve your cognitive function. You're going to be thinking properly. You're going to be doing things more actively. So when you stop sugar, it has effect on your vital organs. So if you don't want to stop taking excess sugar, this should prompt you to do so. Then the fourth one I have to share with you is that you're going to have more energy. Let me tell you something. When you take sugar, it gives you this instant energy that you need at that particular moment. In the next 30 minutes, those energy is gone and you need to replenish. You take more sugar if you want to have more energy, you have to stay away from sugar because sugar gives you that instant energy, but it doesn't last longer. So if you stop taking sugar, you're definitely going to have more energy. The fifth one I have to share with you is that you are going to experience decreased urination at night. If you notice that you used to take sugar and at night you go to pee like 2, 3, 4, 5 times at night, but once you stop taking sugar, you will not be rushing down to the toilet every time. There is a relationship between sugar, glucose, and water. That is why people with diabetes, they usually go to toilet at night a lot. That is what they call nocturia, going like peeing at night frequently. So when you stop taking the sugar, you're going to experience decreased urination at night. Then that takes me to the sixth point, which I want to share with you. When you stop taking sugar, you are going to be less hungry. Yes. If you are taking sugar, every 5 minutes you are hungry. For example, you take sugary donuts. You're like, oh, I'm satisfied. At that particular moment, you're satisfied. Your taste bud are satisfied. But deep down, your stomach is not satisfied. In the next 20, 30 minutes, you're looking for what to eat. So if you take too much sugar, you're going to be experiencing hunger every time. But if you take less sugar, you're taking nutritious diet, you are not going to be hungry every 5 minutes. All right? Because this sugar, it satisfies your taste bud, but it doesn't satisfy your stomach. Right? Now that takes me to the sixth point, which is when you reduce your sugar intake, you are going to notice that you experience some kind of weight loss. So the more your sugar intake, the more you are prone to having excessive weight gain. The more your sugar intake, the more your weight gain. So my advice is that if you are finding it difficult to burn down those fats, your waistline keep increasing, the best advice I will have for you is that cut down on your sugar. Stop taking sugar for the next 14 days, and definitely you are going to see improvement in your weight loss. Now that takes me to the seventh point, which I want to share with you. And that is, if you used to have this round, fluffy face, when you take sugar, it cuts down that excessive swelling in your face. It cuts down that excessive inflammation, that swelling that is making your face so round and something. So it cuts down and gives you that fine face that you are looking at. Is my face round? I don't think so. I've reduced my sugar intake, so I don't think my face is round. So that is also a point I want you to take note of. Then the eighth point I want to share with you is that you tend to have a better skin. Yes, remember I said that increase in sugar intake increases inflammation. It causes systemic inflammation. But when you reduce your sugar intake, you're going to have a better skin. There's going to be a reduced risk of you going down with acne, dermatitis, and things like that. So if you have been fighting or battling with a better skin, I would advise you cut down on your sugar intake and focus more on veggies and nutritious food. Okay, so that is that for that. That's the eighth point. Then the ninth point I have to share with you is that you're going to have enhanced mood. You're going to be more excited. You're going to be more alive. Let's put it that way, because increase in sugar intake has been related to an increase in depression. Yes. So if you're always having this mood swing, you're always depressed, and deep down in you, you know you usually take too much sugar. So what I would advise at this particular moment is to cut down on your sugar and see how your mood is enhanced and see how your mood is improved. Then the 10th point I have to share with you is that you are going to have a better sleep. Yes, you are going to have a better sleep. If you're having difficulty sleeping at night and you know that you usually take sodas during the day or close to your bedtime, that is definitely going to affect your sleep pattern, finding it difficult to sleep. So if you stay away from sugar for the next 14 days, trust me, you are going to have a better sleep. You are not going to be waking up frequently at night to pass urine. You are going to be able to sleep very well and wake up fully energized. You know, there are some sleep you sleep and wake up in between. Like you don't sleep for a long period of time. You just sleep for 4 hours, wake up, go back. But when you have less sugar, you take no sugar for this couple of days, you are going to notice that you are going to sleep more, sleep longer, and sleep better. Okay, now that takes me to the 11th point I want to share with you, and that is you're going to have a better taste. Yes, I noticed that personally. When I stopped taking sugar, I started having a better taste. I don't really have to appreciate the fact that things have to be sugary before it becomes sweet in my mouth. But if you take sugar frequently, you're not going to have a better taste. Things are going to look sour. Things are going to taste funny to you because your body is already programmed to take in sweet things. Then the 12th point I have to share with you is that you are going to experience an improved insulin resistance, and that is very, very good. So if you want me to explain this particular point, just drop on the comment section on further explanation on insulin resistance. Then the 13th point I have to share with you, which is the last point, is that you are going to experience less visits to the dentist in regards to your toothache and tooth problem after that 14 days. So if you are someone that usually goes to visit the doctor, the toothache, tooth pain, tooth decay, tooth removal, like myself, I was in that shoe back years back. I have removed a lot of teeth. So you're going to be experiencing less visits to the dentist. You're going to be experiencing less visits to your doctor for aches, headache, tooth pain, and all that. And I believe when there's less tooth decay, you're going to have fresh breath. So these are the 13 points I have to share with you. Something happened when I was shooting this particular video. I found out that I gave 6 points, 6 points, 6 points. So it's going to be this more or less like 14 points I gave in total in this particular video. And I hope you've been able to get value. All I want to tell you is that try abstaining for sugar for 3 days, just 3 days at first. And you see that your cravings for sugar goes down, and you see how you're able to improve in the next 14 days, and you're going to see the improvement in your full body generally. So these are the points I have to share with you. I've seen it, I've practicalized it, and I've seen it personally. I've experienced it. So that is why I've come out to share it with my subscribers. So for those that are complaining they don't have energy during sexual intercourse, for those that are complaining that, oh, their sexual drive is decreasing, that might be a reason why you don't have energy. That might be the reason why you're not lasting longer. Truth be told, because when you have more energy, you are able to perform longer. But if you don't have more energy, you are not able to perform longer. So that's just my take. I still remain your favorite nurse, popularly known as a nurse with a difference. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to share with a friend if you got value. For all my returning subscribers, this is Nurse Messi saying thank you. Bye, and see you in our next video.